Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord. Alright, first and foremost, give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem HaKodesh, double honor to the elders, apostles, GMS, peace, salutations, blessed to all, accumulating is true, shalom, hopeful elect. Alright, and if you ain't heard, this is a former NFL player, Glenn Foster. Alright. And it say, I read this little report here. It said he was pulled over, due to traffic violation. But you know, from what the report says, it said that he was booked on counts of reckless endangerment, resisting arrest, and attempting to elude police, according to jail records. And if you go into, a little bit about him, he was, ex-NFL player and, had a family and kids and, seemed to be doing, all right in a worldly sense. Alright, but, as we could see, he was arrested in custody, and after 2 days of being in jail, he was dead. Alright, and it say, as far as I know, the report saying, they're trying to say it was a jail fight. Alright, whatever the cause, we know, what, he he's dead, so, which that made me, think of a few precepts. Starting here with Matthew chapter 5, verse 25. Where's Yahushua say, agreeing with our adversary quickly. Alright. So, he's a former NFL player. He had his own business, wife, kids. Alright. He had a little money, where the issue was, where he had some mental issues, whatever it was at the end of the day. Alright. He didn't, didn't live by the scriptures. Alright, he didn't agree with the adversary quickly, turned he didn't, he turned traffic violation, into, eluding, whatever else. Alright. And the end result, is, he no longer here. Alright, so it's Matthew chapter 5, verse 25. Agree with thy adversary quickly, while thou art in the way with him. At least at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. Alright, so, dude, obviously, had some issues, when it come to, getting stopped by the police, and it led to him, being incarcerated for 2 days. And within the 2 days, he's no longer here. So it's Job chapter 4, verse 7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off. So, we understand that, for whatever reason, anybody who is to perish in this life, it's judgment being played out on the earth. I'd rather, it be for this current life or a past life. Let me see if I can get this, John chapter 9, verse 2, it said, and the disciples asked him, saying, Master, our disciples speaking to Yahushua, said, who did sin, I'll start verse 1. And as Yahushua passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? All right, so again, the disciples are asking, who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind. Well, you born as a baby, that means you must have sinned in your previous life. So even the disciples at this time, understood reincarnation. All right, the spirit, come back to the earth, 3 or 4 generations, on down. And Yahushua answered, neither had this man sinned, nor his parents, but that the works of the Most High should be made manifest in him. So, Yahushua say, neither this man or his parents sinned, but the reason, he was born blind, so the works of, Yahweh should be made manifest in him. All right. But that was just a, precept to back up, whoever perished being innocent, or whoever the righteous cut off. All right. So either, this man sinned, which we all, we all in this, carnal realm, have sinned, have went off. All right. We all are worthy, worthy of, punishment, death. All right. To some extent. All right, this is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. Okay, it's a very fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, because you had this, Glenn Foster. He was a defensive end, pretty big dude. I think he's like 6'4", over 250 pounds, only 31, so he's still in good shape. All right, you think about he's going in jail. A big dude, what gonna happen to him? Well, within 2 days, if it was either the police or another inmate or where it happened, an altercation took place, and it resulted in the death, of Glenn Foster. All right, but again, Hebrews 10:31 is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. I'll end with this one. This is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 5, verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, Yahweh Shai, and put no off from day to day. Because, especially in the times we're in, we understand we are in the end times. Judgment is about to, run rampant through the earth on an alarming rate, on a rate like never before. We in the beginning of sorrows, being in Jacob's trouble. It's about to be, very evil times ahead. All right. So we understand, we're preaching, repentance. We're preaching, turn back into Yahweh Shai, which is the, true Hebrew names of the God of the Bible and his Son, Yahweh Shai. All right. It's a world ignorant call of God and Jesus. Okay, so, now's not the time to be, now's not the time to be, lost in the sauce, lost out here, in the world. All right. Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. All right, so, we understand this world, this carnal realm, this, Esau's world. All right, this is not our rest. If we be a Habashim Yashad, this world is nothing good for us. Okay, and if you're not, coming to the knowledge of this wisdom, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Lord, Yahweh Shah. All right, seeking, protection from Most High. All right, then, you you're gonna be, in a bad condition. All right. So it's very important, to seek, seek Yahweh Shem Yahshua. So Sirach chapter 5 verse 7, make no turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed. Alright, so, people right now, maybe they got a little money, houses, whatever it is, carnal means, alright? They have a false sense of security, because at the end of the day, the true security comes from Yahweh Shem Yahshua, alright? Whom give us, this spirit, who gives this mind, who gives, this breath, who gives us, our physical well-being, our health. All right, at any given moment, the Lord could, call that spirit home. All right, no matter, no matter what kind of carnal security you think you have. All right, at the end of the day, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, hey, the Lord in control. All right. And that's another thing, would say, man's goings of the Lord. How can a man understand his own way? But we know, if always please, the Most High, that He make us, our enemies be at peace with us. Roughly paraphrasing those. Alright. And we understand that, we are in this flesh and we all fall short and we ain't, it's a constant battle. Alright, but we are to, improve starting with our inner man. Alright. It's like what Paul said, oh wretched man I am, the things that I would do, I do, I do not, things that I don't want to do, that's what I do, roughly paraphrasing. Alright, that's part of the battle. Alright. But we're gonna stay on the kingdom established, Lord willing, build hard that hopeful number. We're gonna get them new bodies and that new mind, that new heart, the heart of flesh, that a stony heart. Alright, and the laws are going to be written on our inward parts. And, how shall you overcome death? By not going off, by not sinning. Alright, so with them new bodies and that new heart and the laws written in our inward parts, we're going to be programmed to not go off. Therefore, death would be defeated. Alright. Alright, so finish this off. It said, in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. Let's see a precept here. Isaiah 55 verse 6. Seek ye the Lord Yahweh while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way and the unrighteous man his thoughts. Alright, again, going to that inward, start with your thoughts. Alright. And let him return unto the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua, and he will have mercy upon him and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. Alright. But yeah, it's a little quick hitter. So, a little edifying. Give all praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua B'Shem Kwakadash. Shalom.